Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to another flip through. Oh my goodness, it seems like I have not done a flip through in I don't know how long. So let's get started. This is actually my May-June of 2018 book, and I use altered composition books. This is just a calendar page from a Dollar Tree calendar that I put on with some washi tape. My closures are made from, I put an eyelet in here and I just string on some seam binding, and then I go from there. So let's get started. Okay, here's my pocket that holds stuff. Okay, so let's just make sure you're all centered up. All right. So this was a Tuesday. I'm gonna try to get through the half of the month with you guys. So without it being like a 30-minute video. So I had received some lovely happy mail from dear friend Allie, and it was just gorgeous. This is one of her like black and white vintage magazine clippings that she then takes a colored pencil and colors it in, and I just think it's so pretty. So I put a little note in there about it. And let's see. Yep, had my dentist appointment. It was a Tuesday. Yeah, beautiful morning, coffee on patio. Yeah, I'm like one of the weird ones that actually enjoys going to the dentist. I love my dentist. He and his wife are beautiful people. So, oh, and that was one of the things too. Like the dentist actually came out and like sat down in the waiting room with me because my son had gone in like the week before for his dentist appointment. So the doctor came out and was telling me how excited he was for my son's new job. So that was really funny. Yeah, he's a really sweet guy. And oh, he always tells me how sweet my kids are. It's just really refreshing and nice, Anyway, did some laundry, filmed a ramble session. I wasn't in a creative mood that day. And then let's see, on this day, yeah, I was wasting time on the computer. So yeah. Yeah, that was it. I filmed another ramble 2 days in a row. What's up with that? Anyway, yeah, I just ended up spending an inordinate amount of time on the computer. Oh gosh. Anyway. Okay, and then my husband finally got his permanent new teeth. Yes, all courtesy of his GERD, which is like, whatever it is, acid reflux, And so it really had deteriorated his teeth to the point where he needed to get all new teeth. So then this day here, I got this lovely happy mail from Heidi. She has a YouTube channel, and I'll link it below. And it was very sweet of her. She sent me really cute things. And then this day, let's see. Oh, it was super windy out. Sorry for this glare here. Ay. Let me fix that. Okay. I had gone to Panera to meet two of my girlfriends that I used to homeschool with a while back. And it was so great. It was really fun catching up with them. And it's so interesting, like now our conversations, instead of, conversing about the next lesson that we're going to teach our kids, or the next group project we're going to do with our kids, or the next field trip we're going to go on with our kids. Now we're talking about, our kids, getting married, having children. Just, it's very odd. It's a very odd state to be in, indeed. But it was super fun. Yeah. So, oh, and of course we have to talk about old lady crap, like the hot sweats, the aches and pains and all that stuff. Anyway, yeah, we talked about this golden milk latte, and it is really yummy. It has turmeric in it, and it's supposed to be really good for anti-inflammatory stuff. So yeah, that was that. And then this here, my husband had sent this to me. He's so darling. He had sent it to me in a text, and I loved it so much that I actually copied it to my photos and then put it into Pic Collage, which is a free app on your phone, and made this little thingy out of it and printed it out on photo paper. So that was fun. And then I just wrote about how much I love my husband on a tip-in. And then I love water lilies so much. So, yep, just same old stuff, you know. I still had a cold. Yeah, and then this day I realized that my daytime nest is now empty because my kids both work full-time, and of course my husband works full-time. And so, yeah, I'm here with the pups all day. So, yeah, it was kind of sad. Yeah, I was feeling a bit sad. I tried dyeing seam binding this day with food coloring. That's what this right here is, and it just didn't turn out very well. The color kind of faded away, so that was kind of a fail. Then on this day here, this was a Saturday, and this was actually my son's graduation. Oh, there's all of us. It was a beautiful day, And then my son, like while we were sitting there, whoops, sorry for the glare. While we were sitting there, let me see how I can do this. While we were sitting there, my husband got this text. My son texted him. And so again, I used Pic Collage and I copied it into my photos, and then I printed it out on photo paper. I just thought it was so sweet, and it's always nice, you know, when your kids show their appreciation, you know. So that's what I wrote about up here, and that was nice. And any more glare? I hope not. Okay. Oh, yeah, we woke up to a gloomy day, and it was, yeah, it was not good. You know, we were hoping it didn't rain because obviously we had my son's graduation to go to. So he was graduating with his associate in arts degree, and yeah, it was a short, sweet ceremony, which was odd. I wasn't expecting that at all, but was very thankful for it. And yeah, this just talks about how proud we are of him, and my son is like absolutely brilliant. Not lying at all. I mean, he is so intelligent. It's quite scary sometimes. And yes, we call him the walking encyclopedia because you can ask him about just about anything and he'll have an answer for you, and it's correct. Like it's crazy scary. So anyhow, yeah, school had never been like his thing. I think that it had just always been really boring. It just wasn't challenging enough. And so he decided to start his career where my husband works, and yeah, he's really having a great time with that, and he's loving it. And it's challenging. It's very challenging, you know. So yeah, and then we all went together and had lunch, and yeah, I was so tired. Oh my goodness, it was a really long day. So there was that. And then this was a Sunday, so I woke fairly rested, but that was the only thing that was good. Yeah, this day, the word of the day on this day was pissy because, yeah, I was feeling pissy. And it was all because my husband was feeling pissy. So when he, you know, it's hard. It's hard dealing with a chronic illness. It's hard dealing with constant pain every single day. There's no end in sight. Blah, 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 right? And so there are days when it just really gets to you, and every little thing irritates you. You're irritating it, all of that. So that's what my husband was going through this day. Luckily, he doesn't go through it all too often, and he usually deals with it fairly well. But today was just one of those off days, so I just kind of give him his space and, you know, yeah, let him work it out. So, yeah, let's see. Oh gosh, yeah, then Big Handsome did the bills, and I got all pissy again because 2 doctors now were overcharging us again. So yeah, oh my gosh. Anyway, that was my irritating day. This was Monday, regular morning. On this day my grandma was pissy. Oh my gosh, it must have been just a few days of that going around, right? So yeah, she actually yelled, like, you know, when we were talking on the phone. Not she wasn't yelling at me, but it just struck me. I was very surprised by it because, you know, I've never heard her yell at anyone. So anyway, yeah, it made me sad as well, but she's heading toward 92 or 93, I can't remember. And so yeah, I mean, she has every right to be pissy and yell, if you ask me. So made annoying phone calls, regular day. Yeah, and I still have the cold flu thing. And then I didn't really have a lot to write about on this day, so I just stuck in some of these little calendar pages from a Mary Englebright calendar book that I have, a desk calendar from last year. This I fussy cut out, and yeah, I was working on, I finished 4 pages, yep, doing laundry, and more wasted time. And I thought that was funny because I had found this in the calendar, and it says the time you enjoy wasting is not wasted time. So yeah, I was enjoying my wasted time. So and I was crocheting my aunt's lap gam. And then this day here, sorry if there's a glare, maybe there's not. This was, I was missing my mother. I must have been seeing on out in my yard some cardinals, and they always remind me of my mom, because whenever she would see a cardinal or anybody would mention cardinals, she would bring up the story about how the cardinal was actually named after my maiden name. One of our ancestors way back when named the cardinal. Anyway, so it just reminds me of my mom every time I see a cardinal. And let's see. Oh, this is when I started making my cat butt coasters. So I was making one for my girlfriend. Let's see. Yeah, this is just a bunch about like my husband's, health saga. His dental implants, the RFA that he had done, the radio frequency ablation on his back, didn't work. So then they were going to try some wire implant. The insurance never approved it. Blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. So that was that. And then the guys didn't get home until late today. On this day, it was a Thursday because there was an injury, a recordable injury, and there's always butt kicking going on after that happens. So, oh, and then my husband came home with a job opportunity for my beauty queen. And yeah, so she was going to look into that. And then here's a picture of the cat butt coaster I made for my girlfriend. And then I had a crafty bestie day this day. So yeah, I got up really early. I made her special tea. I made a bunch of banana muffins for us to snack on. She worked on patchwork paper, and I worked on these, if you can see them. Yeah, these right here, these are coin roll embellishments, and I'm not going to tell you where I learned it from because I don't want to make a mistake. I know that I combined Jessica Rapp's cluster idea with the coin roll wrapper paper embellishment idea from another video. So what I'll do is I'll link the tutorial that I did a few weeks ago showing you how to do these. And then if you look in that description box, it'll tell you the video where I got the original idea from. Hope that made sense. So yeah, we had our crafty bestie day, and yeah, I felt pretty bad afterwards when she left. It really does wear me out, but it's a good wear out, you know what I mean? Like I don't feel well physically, but it's so totally worth it. So oh, and then I must have been doing the border on my aunt's lap gam. Okay, this day, yeah, I had put like a link up on one of the groups I belong to, and somebody had put like what I consider to be a, rude comment, I guess. And I don't know if it was a mistake. I don't know if, she was just writing her opinion, which everyone has and has a right to express. But yeah, it really hurt my feelings. So I wrote about that underneath here. And then I was reading through one of my Charles Stanley magazines that I have, In Touch magazines. And it just reminded me, Jesus invited me to show mercy. So I was hurt this day. I was angry this day. I was frustrated this day, but I didn't want to stay in that negative place. So I turned to the magazine, and yeah, so I just made like this glassine bag into a little pocket and put my little positivity in here so that I could be reminded of that. And then let's see, we went down to the Keys also. So yeah, we were in the Keys on Saturday. We didn't really do all that much. My pups were sick, so they had tummy bugs, and it was horrible, and they were getting me up at all hours to go outside and blah blah blah. So and it was really dreary weather out. And yeah, my husband and I went out and about to our regular places where, you know, where we go all the time when we're down there, the Dollar Tree, the library, Bell's, Publix, all of that. And then this day is when I finished my aunt's lapgan, and then I started to work on the baby blanket that I made. Then this day was Mother's Day, and I was missing my mom a lot, as I do every day, not just on Mother's Day. And then what I did here was I took this little pocket that I had received in Happy Mail, and I actually photocopied the entire, like, this is my husband's card from Mother's Day. I copied the front and back and then resized it. This is my son's card, and this is my daughter's card. Because I didn't want to put, like, you know, the original cards in here, because I keep those in a separate area, and I don't want them to bulk up the book. So yeah, the pups were up whining at dark 30 to go out. Their tummies were still sour. My husband went out early to get groceries. We left to come back to the North House. We got almost home, and my son said that he forgot his wallet, so we had to drive all the way back. And when I got home, I came home to a lovely bouquet of tulips that my daughter had left for me, so that was very sweet. And we just had a relaxing day, and I crocheted. And then on this day here, let's see, this I learned from Jessica Rapp. I love Jessica Rapp. And I love her videos, and I love her live streams when I can catch them. And so yeah, I had seen her do something like this, so I wanted to see if I could do it. And it's just layering up and putting what's this called, like a sheet protector over it and sewing it on, and it just makes a really cute little embellishment. Oh no, it's not a pocket. See, it's not a pocket, it's just an embellishment. So this day here, this is a watercolor that I found on Google of a schnauzer that looks a lot like my Roxanne. She was doing really bad, so I ended up having to take her to the vet. And yeah, did that. Let's see. Monday, so of course I called Grandma. And yeah, they had gone to my cousin's house for Mother's Day, so they had a nice Mother's Day. And yeah, I filmed a ramble session, I guess. Yeah, and then took my dog to the vet, which is always fun. Then on this day here, I'll stop on this spread. This was actually a tag I had gotten from Sweet Allie in Happy Mail, or it was it wasn't a tag. I made it into a tag. It was actually, you know, a picture of a bed because I had a partial bed day. I was fighting a migraine. I had come out to my room and I caught up on about 3 pages, and I just could not take the pain any longer, so I ended up in bed. And that was that. And then on this day here, I like the way this came out. I have been watching Patricia Viramontes videos on how to make pockets out of book text, and I will leave her link below. And yeah, in here is a rant on the back. And I have this book, it's called Pet Peeves, and I thought this was hilarious. I personally think we develop language because of our deep need to complain. Oh my gosh, that's the story of my life. So that just made me giggle. And I, you know, when I'm in a bad mood, or, you know, something, you know, irritating happens, I always try to look for the humor in it, because, you know, that's just how I am. So yeah, so I did that. I still had my headache. Why I was doing all of these chores, I have no idea. I don't know if somebody was coming over or what, but yeah, that's usually like the only time I clean, so I don't know what was going on here. But my husband had to go in to see a neuropsychologist because of to get a psych evaluation, because it's protocol for a procedure that he was going to be having, ended up not having because the insurance wouldn't cover it. And yeah, so that was that. Okay, under 20 minutes. I will leave you there, and I will pick up on the next flip through. I hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.